Welcome back. All right, let's try round two. I tried making a video a few minutes ago, and I got interrupted by a call from my doctor's office. So let's try and run through this again. So today I am going to be showing you guys how to set up the indicator. So there's actually going to be three videos, one for day trading, one for short-term swing trading. Think like overnight, maybe 2, 3 day, 4 day plays off the hourly chart. The day trading is going to be off the 5-minute. And this video will be kind of longer term swing trading, or think like maybe a month out or a few weeks out is what we're looking at, maybe possibly a little bit longer off the daily chart, depending on how long these run. So I'm going to show exactly what settings to set up with. We got 87% win rate with this setup that I'm showing you off the daily chart. Off the hourly chart, the setup I will show has gotten an 81% win rate, and still kind of buttoning things up with the day trading, quote unquote, the 5-minute chart. But yeah, this will get you guys started, and you should be able to pretty much immediately see results. So again, on this, oh, by the way, like and subscribe. Just take a minute, like and subscribe to the content. Helps the channel out a lot. Helps us get more exposure. And, I think I'm actually putting out good educational content, which is, you see a lot of shit on the internet, especially when it comes to the stock market, making money. I think I'm putting out genuine, real content that people can use. Help this get to other people too, and to yourself when the new videos go out. If you're liked and subscribed, you'll see the notification get immediately, and you won't miss out on stuff. Now that that's done, basically on what I'm about to show you today is a setup for the daily or 1-day chart. Okay, so going back, this had about an 87% win rate. So I looked the last 100 signals off the daily chart, and that gave us 87 wins, right? 87 clear wins that were positive, and then we had 13 that were either sideways or they were losses. So that is a great win rate. All right, that's awesome, really. It's not perfect or flawless, which is where I'm shooting towards going with this last edition, but it's something to celebrate nonetheless. And by the way, those on the daily chart, those 100 signals that I went back and checked, those were going back about 10 years to 2015, beginning January 2015. So almost 10 years. So let's get into it. It's going to be a pretty short video. I'm just going to make it short, sweet, and to the point. I'm also going to show you how to set up alerts for this. So you can actually get alerts to your phone with this indicator saying, hey, you got a buy signal, or hey, you got a sell signal with this indicator, and then you can then take action. The nice thing about with the daily chart, doesn't matter if you get in that day, you can set an order for the next day, or even the day after that, really. With the hourly chart, there's not as much flexibility with that. You may be able to get in the next day. Most of the time, I would say you can get in the next day with the hourly setup, which is the video after this. And then with the 5-minute chart day trading, obviously that's you're going to be in and out in the same day. So that's going to be for more people who are kind of available. Again, you don't need to be on your phone all day. All you need to do is see this alert. You get in like, a text message or a notification is what it is, saying, oh, you got a buy signal. And then you would then go, and it's very simple, go buy calls. So, or a sell signal, very simple, go buy puts, So let's start with the daily chart. Okay. I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up. So what I did here is I just opened a completely new setup here. So I went to create new layout, and I renamed it Daily TrendMaster Setup. You can name it whatever you want, but this is going to be my specific setup for my daily time frame. Okay, so it's going to look just like this. You're going to see it look just like this. And again, the great thing about this indicator is you don't need 7 indicators open. They're already integrated into the one indicator. So all you need to do is you need to go to indicators, go to your invite only, which if you haven't and you're a premium member or you paid for this indicator from me, you should have access to this. We should have had a conversation, and I should have given you access. Now, for monthly members, this will renew monthly. Okay, and for if you buy the indicator straight out, it's yours to own at that point. At whatever price point, I'm still going back and forth. This thing, the value in this thing is immeasurable. So how do you put a number on something that you make infinite money on? It's extremely hard to do, and try to be reasonable at the same time. You know what I mean? Anyways, you will just go to invite only, go to TrendMaster 1.9. Don't worry about how it says 1.8. That's just a typo that I can't quite figure out. Again, I had someone else code this for me, and I'm just kind of filling in the blanks. Kind of, I say, hey, I want to do this. I want this to look like this. I want this to happen. Blah blah blah, and he made it happen. The daily chart. This is the setup that I want you to, and I'm just going to go right through it here. Okay, so you're going to turn repeat signals off. Now, you can keep this on. All right, it's a good place to potentially average down, so you can keep it on. For now, we're going to keep it off, okay? And I'll kind of show you the difference after we get it set up. You're going to use choppiness index at 50. Now, there is some possibility here that 50 is not the best number. As a matter of fact, it's probably not the best number, okay? The best number may be between 32 and 68. Or 38 and 62, sorry, my dyslexia. But for now, for the purposes of this video, again, this got 81% accuracy here. I'm going to show you this, and then I'll make another video, an update video, and say, hey, after a week, 2 weeks, whatever it may be, we've actually found that this setup is better. So this setup produces more like 90% or 88%, whatever it may be. But for now, this is the setup I want you to use. And you're free to kind of tweak it and play around with it if you want. Again, how do we make progress? We try stuff out, we find out what works, what doesn't. So this is kind of the initial setup here. I mean, it's not the first version, but it's really like the second or third. So when we get to like the 10th version, it's probably going to look a little bit different. And we're probably going to have actually, believe it or not, a higher win rate. So here's the setup I want you to have. Repeat signals off. And this is, again, for the daily chart, okay? The 1 day chart. Daily TrendMaster setup, okay? Go to settings, repeat signals off, choppiness index on, threshold should be at 50. Again, we may change that number. ADX filter is going to be off. And you can pause this video if you guys need to, or speed it up as you need, via YouTube. You can just press the 1.25 or the 1.5, make this go a little bit quicker. But pause when needed if you need to take a minute and pause, rewind, and make sure you get these settings right, okay? Especially if you don't know what you're doing, just follow exactly what I say here, okay? So price act ADX filter off, price action index off, MACD filter is going to be on, wave trend filter off, Q trend signals off, ATR multiplier is at 1.5. Now, I have a feeling that if we turn this up to something like 2 or 2.5, we're going to get less signals, but they're going to be more accurate. So we'll have a higher win rate. That'll be for another video. We're going to stick with the 87% right now. I'm sorry, this is the daily time frame. So we are going to change this for the daily time frame. This is going to be 2.5 on the daily time frame for the daily chart. Okay, the 1-day chart. All right, this is what your setup looks like. Okay. I'm just going to confirm that this information is exactly what I told you is right. MACD filter on, choppiness on, daily chart, 2.5 for the ATR. All other filters should be off. Why did I put on? I have to go back and check that. Okay, let's do this. I'll have to go. I want to. That's a huge update. I said all other filters on. I meant off. I'm surprised nobody caught that because I just told you to turn all these filters off. So why would I tell you to turn them all back on again? So it should look like this. Your only filters on should be choppiness index. Again, this is for the daily chart, the 1-day chart. You should have choppiness index on at 50. All these other filters should be off except MACD. MACD should be on, and your ATR multiplier should be at 2.5. You can put the color bars on or off. It doesn't really make a huge difference. It just kind of, same with the trend line. It just kind of helps you see what the trend is. So you can, it's up to you whether you turn these on or off. I keep them on. And signals should be default like this, should be all, okay? So 2.5 multiplier, MACD filter on, choppiness index on, everything else off, okay? And then you should get something like this. All right? You get something like this on the daily time frame. We get a sell signal here, good signal here, and not the best signal, but still a winning signal there. I know this doesn't look like a lot here. Again, we're talking about even if you got in on the low here, you're talking about getting on at about 499.50, and you could have write it down the next day to 2 points. So maybe a 40-50% win, 50% somewhere. So it doesn't look like a lot. It's a big win. This right here probably 100% win right here, at least. This right here probably like a 500% win, I would say. Actually, probably more than that. Probably well over 1,000, to be honest with you. So, and this is where, let me just show you the repeat signals. This is where the repeat signals can come in handy, okay? Because look, you can buy here, right? All right, buy again, and then buy again. And then let's say you buy again, but you would end up getting out somewhere around here. All right. But that wouldn't be a loss. You just would probably lose this leg of it, right? As this kind of turn to a loss, you would lose this leg of it, but you still have profits from here, 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 and here. So you have 4 times the profits instead of just buying once at the bottom and then selling maybe over here. So doing it this way with the repeat signals will be much more profitable a lot of the time. Same thing with the sell signal here, right? Sell signal here, and then we have a bad signal here. But these two in itself make this bad one worth it, okay? Now, what's the flip side to that? If you turn this off, the repeat signals off, you just get one clear sell signal that you make bank on. You know what I mean? And regardless of where you get out on this, you made huge money. So you can see the value in both ways. I'll put it to you that way. So I'll leave that part up to you as to whether you want to use repeat signals. But it's a huge tool if you can use it if you can use it well. And as you can see, these signals look pretty fucking good. Good signal there, good signal there, good signal there. This one, it's actually a winning signal. Doesn't look like it, but good signal there, good signal there, good signal there. So, it looks great. So this is your setup for the daily chart, for the daily time frame, and then that's it. From here, you buy, and you sell. And again, on something like the daily time frame, I would look for something like maybe options, maybe like a month out. So something like SPY. If I were to buy here the other day when SPY was at 515, maybe I would buy SPY 525 calls for a month out, or 530 calls for a month out. And you can see it got up to 530, and it didn't even take a month. It took, a week and a half, 2 weeks, not even. There's still plenty of time on the options. So, delta or theta time decay doesn't get to fuck with it, So this is why going in a month out on something like that gives you plenty of times, and you can run these for as long as you need to. You know what I mean? And if you do get false signals, let me find a false signal so I can kind of show you, or at least something close to a false signal. These are all really good. So, like I said, this is an 87% win rate, so these are all really good. This is kind of close to a false signal right here. I would probably call this a false signal right here, this sell signal here. And again, it's funny. It's not really coincidence when the false signal happens. If you look, it's usually opposite of the way the trend is. So we're in a clear uptrend here, obviously, right? The chart is going up. So where the false signal is coming, actually you have a false signal right here. This is a clear one here. So I'm kind of eating my words right there. But let's look here. So after you get the buy signal, you're able to get out of this trade within, this is what, a week, maybe a week and a half until you get this next sell signal. And that kind of the same thing over here. So this was a little bit of a rough stretch right here. Now, should we go ahead and change exactly what we're doing because we had two false signals here? No, absolutely not. When you have an 87% win rate, 80%, whatever the fuck it is, if it's up in that, near that 80, 75, 80% win rate, don't change anything. Just stick to the script, and you're gonna make it back. I mean, yeah, you took some losses right here, and you made it all back right here. You know what I mean? And then some. Especially if you have the repeat signals on. So, anyways, that's the way you set it up. The last thing I'm going to show, it's kind of important. Oh, what I want you to do is after you have that saved, and I'll go through it just one more time, okay? The only check marks I want for the daily chart are on the choppiness index, should be at 50, the MACD filter, and you can have color bars and Q trend. Last thing I want you to do, change the ATR multiplier to 2.5, okay? Go ahead, click, is this save here? Click OK. And then very important, I want you to click save, all right? Save that. So now it is saved on the daily setup, okay? So now whenever I pull up this daily setup here, see how I have all these different setups here? Whenever I pull this up, let's load it up. Well, it's already loaded. This will come up, and you won't have to redo these settings all over again, okay? Last thing I'm going to show you. By the way, if you haven't liked and subscribed, go fucking do it, all right? Last thing I'm going to show you is how to set an alert to this. So you can just create an alert. Is this the alert I want? Let's see. Create an alert on SPY. This is not the one I want. What I want is to create an alert on the TrendMaster indicator. So you can do this on the phone as well. You want to go to the TrendMaster indicator here. I want you to go to more, and then I want you to go to add alert on TrendMaster, okay? Now, I'm going to have to talk to my coder, but right now, I think you can only set it up as you'd have to set up really two alerts for this. If you wanted both the buy and the sells, then I think you have to set up two different alerts, okay? So it's very simple. You would just set up the buy, and we want it once per bar close, okay? So once, I don't want it triggering on and off when it's kind of, going back and forth during that candle. I want it when the bar closes. So this alert will come at the end of the day for the daily chart when that candle closes. And then the next day, and this is great for you swing traders, right? And then the next day, we should be able to then enter calls, or you can enter calls at 4:50. You have really, because this will come at 4 p.m. When the candle closes for the day, I think. And SPY options are actually open until 4:15. So you have a 15-minute window there where you can actually get in. Now, whether you get in then or whether you get in the next day should not matter. It really shouldn't. So you'll have different percentages, obviously, but we're talking about, usually the difference between maybe, 100% and 150%, or, 300% and 350%, or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's not a huge deal if you don't get in that day. And it's not always best to get in that day. It may be better if you wait till the morning, which it is. We don't know, but it doesn't really matter. That's the point that I'm trying to get across. You can get in the next day. So you have that. Let's say, and again, let's say we're in an uptrend here and I only want buy signals, then just set the one buy signal indicator once per bar close, and then you would then create, okay? And you can even set it to TrendMaster buy, okay? And then I'll do something like this, daily chart, create, okay? Buy TrendMaster. It's an open-ended alert for me, so I don't want it to expire. Now, if you have a free account, I think they only let you go 90 days out, so you may need to update this every, or whatever it is, 30 days, 90 days, 60, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. But you want it as open-ended as possible, all right? Especially for the daily chart, okay? So now we're all set. The message alert fired is fine to me, but I'm just going to put buy alert fired, okay? And I'm going to create it. And why didn't it save? I don't know. Alert fired. Create. Okay, and of course we're having issues. Okay, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Let's try this. All right, so I'm having sometimes I have issues when I do this on my laptop. But anyways, I'll get this part figured out. This is how you set it up, though, just so I don't have to redo this video. And we'll figure out why this isn't saving. I have had issues on other indicators with this on the phone, so we will see. Open-ended alert. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think that's. Let's see if I just went like, I don't know, 3 months out. Create. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but that is how you create the alert, okay? And it should save when you create it. So, anyways, I'll get that part figured out. And same thing with the sell side. So if you wanted the sell side, you could also, when you get a sell signal, do the same thing, okay? And it should say saved or just close out. You should not see this error message. Again, I will figure this out. So that's how you create an alert for these things. And in the meantime, Obviously, I'm going to be throwing these out now that we're kind of getting to the end of this tweaking as alerts to my group. Um, Manually, I'll be doing it. The end game for this is actually, it's all going to be automated. So what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to link, if you got futures guys know, you're able to link your broker. So you will be able to link your broker, and then the end game is to have these execute automatically. So when you get a sell signal, candle close, it triggers a buy, and then you wouldn't have to do anything. Now there's it's a little bit more complicated there, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So the alerts probably aren't as important on the daily, the 1 day chart. They're probably more important for like the hourly chart, the video after this, or the 5 minute chart, especially if you don't want to sit there and watch alerts all day. But still, it'd be nice. I mean, all you have to do is like look at the chart at the end of the day. How did we get it? And you can kind of see once you get to know how these works, you can kind of have an idea of when these signals are going to come. You know what I mean? Like here, we have sell. You could see that, yeah, we're going to get a sell signal soon here, right? Same thing over here. You can see you're getting all this kind of buy action here as we go up. You kind of have a hint that a buy signal is coming soon. You know what I mean? Same thing as the sell sign over here. Okay. Same thing as the buy. So you kind of have an idea of when they're coming, an idea of when to look at. And again, each of these candles are only 1 day. So, the alerts aren't as important for the daily chart, but it's something I am going to figure out. So may have to talk to my coder about this. Anyways, that is all I have. And next video will be on the hourly chart for the hourly setup for trades from maybe a day or so to a few days to a week long. So anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and catch the next video. Thanks, guys.